Well, all right. It is Friday, May 3rd. It's about 9:30 a.m. West Coast, and wrapping up my day here today. Not a very exciting day for me. No trades, 0 out of 0 trades, and really it all began with the opening trade. Just the way it was playing out wasn't feeling it, and then it just carried on and kind of went that way for the rest of the day. And as we can see here, the larger picture, you had the big move up on the news at 8:30 Eastern, and then really just arranged the whole rest of the day. After the market open, we had a second leg up here, peaked out, and then it's just really been sideways for the most part. So there were a couple opportunities for trades. I'll talk about that in a second. Besides the opening trade, there were three potential trades I could have taken today according to my system. I chose to not take any of them, and I'll talk about that. But let's see here. Overall for the week, 7 and 3 for the week, 70%. Not great, not terrible. Really, yesterday I really struggled. I struggled with my discipline in terms of the trade I took. The open was great. The open yesterday was perfect. But then my second trade I took, which was the first trade for my regular scalping system, I took a loss. And I reviewed that yesterday, and it was just one of those things. I wasn't paying close enough attention. I took a trade impulsively. I really didn't know. I really didn't have a good idea of what the chart was looking like. I hadn't prepared enough like I usually do before I'll take a trade, and just being aware of what the market's doing and where we are on the chart. And so I took a loss. It wasn't a big loss. I took a $500 hit on my PA account, and big picture wise, it's not that big of a deal, but it affected me. And then I was frustrated with my stream yesterday because it was very delayed, and it turned out I had internet problems when I was trying to upload my video yesterday that I recorded for my review, like I'm doing now. My internet completely stopped. I couldn't upload the video. And I had to go reset the router and the modem and everything to get the internet working again. So looking back in hindsight, I was really lucky that that didn't happen during one of my trades, right? Like that could have happened during the trade that I lost. The thing could have gone totally against me. Maybe I could have blown up the account, or the same is true on the trade that I took, my last trade of yesterday. I could have taken the trade, the one I barely won. My power could have gone out, or not my power, but my internet could have gone out right during that trade, and maybe it wouldn't close me out for the win, and then it would have ended up blowing up that account. So, sometimes, in hindsight, when you get past the moment, you realize things aren't as bad as they could have been, and really it wasn't so bad at all. And that's kind of how I look at yesterday. So, with all of that in mind, 7 and 3, it's not quite where I want to be. I like that I got 10 trades, but, to go 2 weeks in a row with no losses and then get three in 1 week, I feel some sort of way about that. But at the end of the day, I got to keep in mind the good things and stay positive. And, that's what this journey is all about. Is it's really easy to beat yourself up, have a bad day and, kind of fly off the handle, revenge trade, YOLO, FOMO, all these things, and, and do more damage than what you really need to do. And so this week, big picture, I passed 2 evaluations and I got 2 new PAs this week. So that was good news. I'm now at the most PAs I've had in 2024. In 2023, I had 5 at one time. So 4 is the most I've had at one time this year. And I've got another one that's ready to pass, just 1 or 2 more trades. And then I've got 3 more in the works that I just started with. Near term thinking is these are all relatively in the same place right now, all 4 of these PAs. So in theory, and I guess the hope and goal would be to work on all 4 of these at the same time and try to slowly get all 4 to a payout. And then at the same time that I'm doing that, hopefully I can work on all 4 of these and get these to pass and become PAs. And so the dream would be to, get these 4 to pay out and then have 4 new PAs right behind it. And then this eventually at the end of the month will renew as well. So that's kind of the near term thinking. If things can play out that way, even if I don't get all 4 to pay out, even if I get 3 to pay out or 2 to pay out, I really only need 2 to pay out to get all my money back that I put into Apex. Doesn't matter if it's 225K payouts or 250K payouts. Either way, I'll be at least slightly green to definitely green. And if I could get a third payout out of those 3 accounts, then I'm definitely for the first time a profitable trader for my Apex trading. So a lot of things to look forward to, and I still think I'm in a really great place, and with a potential 5th PA not far off. So we'll see how all that goes. And the other good news of the week was I finally broke above 100 YouTube subscribers. So that's pretty awesome. I never had any idea how the YouTube thing would play out of it. I didn't know if I'd just have 5 subscribers and it would never grow beyond that, or 10, or something like that. And to know that there's like over 100 people out there that are interested enough to subscribe and follow what's going on with me is pretty cool. And I'd love to see that grow, but really just here to show my journey. And trading is hard. The struggle is real, and I'm not a profitable trader. I say it pretty often. I've not gotten any payouts from Apex, and I was not able to be profitable before I was trading on Apex with a live account. So I'm really, first step is just to get to a point of a payout, and then the next step beyond that will be to get profitable, and then see where it goes, right? So thank you to anyone who's out there subscribing to me. If you've subscribed already, or if you decide to subscribe now, I think I'm on the right path. I'm building up my accounts, but I'm going slowly at the same time. I'm just trying to, go about things where I don't dig too deep of a hole in terms of the fees, and hopefully can start rewarding myself with some payouts in the near future. So thanks for the subscribes and for the likes. The 80% discount goes on all month for Apex. So I definitely don't recommend getting a new account on a Friday necessarily, but wait till Sunday or Monday if you're looking to get a new account. And then if you don't use my code, use somebody's code, make sure you get the 80% off. The 1-day pass runs all month, and it's half off resets. So having said all that, 207 wins and 48 losses for the year, 81%. Like I said, 7-3 for the week, 70%. No trades today. And the Alpine Orb, the opening trade that I've been taking, didn't take it today, but I'm 14-1 overall with it. And there's been 18 total days I could have traded it, and I've traded 15 of them for this 93% result. And so yeah, let's just get into the chart real quick and talk about why I didn't get any trades today, and wrap this up. I gotta get going pretty quickly here, so let's do this. All right, so here we go. This is the 1-minute chart. This is the chart I look at for the opening Alpine Orb trade. And basically when this thing was starting off, I was really thinking that I just wanted to be, as I was following these bars forming, I started around 620. So kind of around here, I was thinking, okay, I just want my order to be like at like this white line or higher. And then I was thinking on the bottom side, that I just wanted to be probably wide. So, really I wanted to be kind of down here to be safe, because the one time I lost on the Apex, and the times I've lost on my back testing, was when I was too tight in a situation like this, where basically there's like a larger range inside of there's like a larger range and then a smaller range within the wider range. Let's see if I can show that. So then there's like the smaller range, right? So the times where I've seen this, where there's this smaller range inside a wider range, anytime I try to like play it tight, I've taken a loss, So if I try to put it like where, I'm going to take all this off so it's easier to look at. But so anytime I've taken like a trade where I put my order at like this white bar here, those are the times where I've found I've gotten a loss and it shoots up and I end up getting a loss or close to a loss. So I really wanted to play it safe. And then, but what happened was right as the open was about to happen, you can see the price was moving up. And the thing is, we got a new high. This was a news event, spiked up. And then right before the open, we got a new high. So when that happened, I was thinking to maybe take a long, kind of around where this white line is, to get a peak at the new high and be out of a long if it triggered. But because this bar formed, 1 second, my daughter's here. All right, so I thought I was recording when I came back and I wasn't recording. So I'm going to try to repeat what I just said. Had that distraction and then I just said the whole thing I wanted to say. So let's see if I remember what I want to say here. So basically where I left off was this bar made a new high from the peak of the news. And so because of that, I didn't want to be too close for a long. So I actually was going to put my long like way up here to like make sure like, okay, if this thing is really going to spike up, then I want to make sure I'm far enough away that it doesn't just tick me in, top tick me and then go down. And what I was thinking was, this could be because of this massive spike here, looking at a measured leg, this could be one leg. And then I was thinking this could be a second leg all the way up, right? So I want to be high enough that if it was going to go for that second leg, that it was definitely going and not going to like turn back around and just top tick me in and go the other way. So that was the long I was very skeptical of. And then the short, I didn't want to be like right under it because I didn't want it to like just tag me in and bottom tick me in and fly up. But I also didn't want to be too low where maybe price would come down and tag the top of this range and then fly up and then not be able to go far enough down to get my profit target on the short side. So I really had my short all the way down here, playing it like out of the way of this bigger range. And, I know Alpine doesn't look at it this way, but, he's definitely playing the tighter stuff, but I don't have enough experience yet to really risk it. So my thought was, well, if it does break out to the bottom side out of the really big range to this white line, then I think the play is to enter for the short there, playing the bigger range. And if it does that, I was thinking maybe it'll try to close the gap or at least retest where the news event happened and started from, come down here. And so I figured, okay, if it gets at least to this white line, or approximately there, then I should be able to have enough space that it's going to give me my scalp on the short side. So, instead, what happened was this inside bar. The longs didn't get triggered, the shorts didn't get triggered. It took quite a while, for this bar to close the full minute. And so when the next bar started forming, I really didn't want to be right below these bars because I was concerned that it won't get all the way to my profit target before it bounces up. And I didn't want to be too low because I was concerned about, it bouncing off the support level here. So in any case, the short worked, no problem. Just didn't feel good about it. Don't have enough experience with these situations. So I just decided to stay out of it. But it does make sense that we got this new high. We retested and got a new high off of that. It makes sense that the short would work. And that for, 22 ticks, which is what I go for. So in any case, that's how the day started off for me. Just didn't feel good about taking an open trade here. Decided, I was going to play it with 2 PAs and 1 evaluation, and decided, no need to risk 2 PAs on a trade where it's not setting up the way I've normally seen it when I have success with it. So left that alone, and then came back to my normal trading strategy where I look for second entries on charts where every second entry is working for my profit target. And really, here's the open here. You see it went down and then it did go up to make that bigger leg up. I started my stream right at 7. There was a news event at 7. I made sure to not start my news or my stream until the news event was already happening, because I was considering trying to play the news event, and I think it would have worked long and short either way. But I just had a bad experience trading a news event last time. I like the open better so far, so I need to maybe do that on Sim or something and try it out, but not on my Apex accounts right now, or at least just continue to observe them and see if I can play the news event like the open, like I typically do. So then, because of how yesterday went, I wanted to make sure I was really disciplined today, not emotional. It's a Friday. Typically on Fridays, I don't want to push it too hard. I want to make sure I don't make any mistakes or have any situations like the trade that bothered me yesterday going into the weekend where I have to think about it all weekend. So I had already kind of put that in place in my mind. I realized that this week my daughter was home all week sick. I've been taking care of her all day, every day, while my wife has been at work, as well as she hasn't been sleeping well. So the nights have been a little bit difficult and the days a little bit difficult. And so there's just other things going on in the background. So I really shouldn't be too hard on myself. Based on yesterday, it was a good week. Passed 2 evaluations, got 2 new PAs. And really the worst damage that happened this week was, I lost $500 on PA 8. I forget when I blew up PA 6. Was it last Friday or was it this week? It's all a blur. But whatever the case may be, I'm in a better position now than I was a week ago, all put together when thinking about it. So it's all good. So there was a potential for a second entry short here to go short. I skipped it. This was like a level that was like clearly playing kind of some support. And so even though there was room, I just decided I didn't love the trade. I didn't want to take a chance on it. Really, I think I could have been looking at it more like its own range like that. And so there's plenty of room to the downside to the bottom of these candles. I think it's a good trade. Probably should have taken it, but I'm fine with not taking it. No FOMO sets in. And that's a big thing, right? Like mastering our own emotions and psychology. Talked about it on the live stream a little bit. But that's a big thing. It's like being able to skip a trade, whether it works or not, and be okay with it, And so I was okay with that one. And then, I was thinking that we potentially had, 2 legs down to be expected. So that was the other thing. Another reason to be able to take that trade was because there is an expectation of getting down here. But I knew that there was these levels of support, right? And so because there was this level of support here, I wasn't sure. So I skipped it. It was fine. It wasn't able to get all the way down here. And this was a new high. There's a first entry, second entry here, right off of this level. And I really just didn't trust that too. Now, if I had measured this differently, there's a chance I could have measured it more like this, which maybe would have given me a reason to enter a trade here, first entry, second entry. But I didn't like this one, this level wasn't like rock solid. It wasn't obvious. There was a potential bigger measured move down still. And so I wasn't considering taking this trade when it set up. The next one I kind of considered 1 leg up, 2 legs up right at the measured move. I thought it was going to trigger off of this bar and ended up being this bar. I was saying I was tempted to take it, but because it was just kind of going sideways, and I was thinking since it didn't reach the measured move to the low side, I thought there was a very good potential to get back up to the highs and retest these highs now. And so I skipped that one. Also, because we're back above the opening price, I thought, well, that could be a point of support and just bounce the other way. It would have worked, no problem. And then another second entry long side, first entry, second entry here. Really was considering taking this as well. At that point, I liked the support level, right? And also it's a second attempt to go to that lower measured move. And even at this point, I think I was looking at it like what if it's like this, right? What if that's 1 leg down and 2 legs down? And so because I had that kind of in my mind, I was thinking, well, this could potentially fail and then go all the way down since it wasn't able to go up. So it was kind of one of those days where with the measured moves, it kind of muddied up my bias a little bit, because there were reasons to think, okay, it couldn't make the high, so it's going to go lower. And then there are reasons to think, okay, it can go lower, so it's going to go higher. And really, all it's ever done, as we can see here, this is the live market, all it's done this whole time is just be in a range, right? So really, when we look at it, we've just been in this range basically all day without counting the spike. So just one of those days, not wanting to take big risks, and because of the nature of the range kind of being an uneven range, top not very clear, the bottom not very clear what the market wants to do. No trades today, and I'm okay with that. I think it's important to be okay with that. I think I had 10 trades today, which is a reasonable number of trades. I accomplished some things. I got the 2 new PAs, so I've got a healthy stable of accounts, all basically, with the majority of the drawdown. Let's see, PA7 is the one I built back up from less than 200 in drawdown back over the starting balance, and I've got 1,150 in drawdown, so 2/3 of a full drawdown there. This one I have 4/5 of their drawdown. I've got 2,000 of the 2,500, and then both of these accounts brand new full drawdowns. So I'm in a really good place with the 4 accounts, and I think next week I can look at it as being like the beginning of a journey of like trying to get payouts on at least half or all of these current PA accounts, and as well as the journey of being able to get another 4 PA accounts behind that as backup. And so this is kind of like stage 1.5, I'll look at it as. So yeah, that was really the week. Let me get this stuff back on the screen here. Let's see, daily results, weekly results, streaming, and yeah, just not a bad day. Something about this doesn't look great. Oh, not daily results. That's from yesterday. There we go. So, yeah, so all in all things considered, not a bad week for me. It yesterday left a bad taste in my mouth. I was a little bit down about it, but now I put things into perspective and just realized, look, I made a mistake. I don't need to be that hard on myself. And I just need to be on point when I'm going to take a trade. I need to know that I'm aware of what the chart's doing, where I'm at on the chart, what price is doing, where the biases are, and just, have a good idea of what the big picture is before I take a trade. So I think I did that well today. It kept me out of winning trades. But, it's good to see my discipline is still in place, and, continue the journey next week. So again, thank you to all the new subscribers. I'm really excited that I'm over 100 subs. That's pretty cool. And definitely excited to have 4 PAs now. Again, it's the most number of PAs I've had at one time since 2023. I had 5 last year at one time and blew all of the first 5. So now to have 4 again and potentially a 5 not too far off is a good look. And yeah, otherwise, check me out. Live streaming, be back Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. And thank you again for anyone using the code, and for all the subscribers, and for all the likes, and for all the comments. I really appreciate everyone that's joining me in the live stream and commenting and having conversation with me. I really love that. So hope you had a good trading week, a good trading day, and have a great weekend. Let's all get refreshed and clear our minds and get our minds right for next week and get back at it. So thanks again, everybody. I'm out of here. I've said it all. See you next week.